What's up, guys? Today we're going to be talking about the fastest way to get to max level. Let's get into it. Alright, so as of this recording, the highest level character on my server is 106. So how is that possible at this point? We're going to break it all down. First and foremost, as you can see, you want to go into a PvP zone. Zones where PvP is available will have higher acquisition rates for Dark Zone points and Hero XP. So you do not want to go into Territory 3 because you'll get less XP, so you do want to risk it. And that's it. It's not really about your safety. Really, you want to go in when it's not going to be busy, because you don't want competition for the mobs that you're going to be farming. So you want to try to go in when it's going to be dead. So if you can play in the middle of the night or whenever you know there's not going to be a lot of people in there, ideally not during a double point event, that's when you want to go in. And you'll notice that I chose Territory 2 here because I was assuming that there would be fewer people in Territory 2 than Territory 1. So I went ahead and drew up this map for you guys as well. And this shows the hot spots. I recommend camping one of these two spots. They're pretty much equal in terms of how much XP you can churn out. And they both have the same thing in common, which is a spawn of 2 elite villains, as well as a really healthy spawn of like 7 or more normal villains in close proximity to one another. So I'll break down what that means in just a sec, but I do want to give a huge shout out to Jakku for letting me play on his account to get this footage for you guys. I had already done my Dark Zone run for the day, and a lot of people asked me to make this video, so he let me log in so I could get footage to show you guys. But having said that, this is actually an in-between section between the big clump of normal villains and the 2 elites. So I was just doing a bit of a DPS check here to see how quickly I could run through these guys. What you saw right there, I was looking for nearby heroes because if you can group, you can share XP in a way that benefits both players. Essentially, if you are grouped with someone, as long as you get a hit on the mob, you will get the full XP credit if they die. So if you're able to party with someone, again, you can't just sit off to the side and get XP while they kill things. But if you just tap something and run off and then they walk up and finish it off, you will get the XP without having to have spent the full amount of time there killing it yourself. So you can grind a little bit faster with friends, but really rather than going in with a pre-made party to try to super optimize, because sometimes you can just one-shot stuff, you're better off just if someone is already in the area that you wanted to farm, just party up with them and try to work together, and you should both do all right. And so what you're seeing right here are the elite troll warriors. Those are the elite villains we're talking about. Now, not every elite villain has elite in their name. It's actually just a coincidence that this particular unit is called the elite troll warrior. But yeah, there's 4 tiers of enemies. There's villains, elite villains, non-primes, and primes. And regular villains are just the trash mobs that you're seeing me fight right here. And on the opposite end of the spectrum, primes and non-primes are the 5 health bar super villains that you'll see as most wanted targets. The elite villains are in the middle in that they just have 1 health bar and they kind of look like normal villains, but they tend to be a bit sturdier. And most importantly, especially in Dark Zone, they're worth a lot more XP. In terms of how much XP you can get from them compared to how quickly you can kill them, they are the best rate of getting XP. So I just killed 2 of them right there, and I don't know if you were watching, but the experience that you'll get will spike, and it's just because the elite villains are simply the best way to get XP. So again, ideally you want to find at least 2 elite villains in a clump, which we've so far identified a couple spots where there are 2 elite villains, and then it does take a very small amount of time for them to respawn, but you don't want to be sitting around waiting for them to respawn. So you want to find an area where there are a lot of normal villains for you to kill while you're waiting for them to respawn. So another tip that I recommend is you want to run an AoE build. And what I mean by that is you want to basically take as many spells as you can that hit multiple targets so that ideally you can line up a clump, and I think you'll see me do it here. I stand in the middle of that group and I fire off something that hits multiple targets so that I can take them out quickly. And unfortunately, that other elite didn't happen to walk up and aggro, so I had to go ahead and take him out separately. But let's see, I think, yeah, there's the Trap Deluge. So I was able to instantly kill all 3 of them. And it's because I'm running abilities that do AoE. And you're not going to need single target abilities here. So definitely just run whatever's going to allow you to clear out these groups the quickest. And so the other pile that I like to go after in this particular spot is just up ahead. There's like 7 enemies, and you'll see I was running towards them. There's a Doctor Strange over there ulting them. Ironically, that Doctor Strange is in my alliance. He's a Khasino Dojo member. And I actually had written messages in location chat like, hey, join my group so we can share XP. And I guess he wasn't looking at chat because he didn't see my message and he didn't accept my invite. But I was heading over to that group. I like to go after that group because there's about 7 villains all in a clump, as you saw from his Strange ult. And then I immediately go back to these Elite Troll Warriors. But there is one other really good spot that we identified, so you'll see it in just a bit in this footage. And it's towards the northeast. It's actually right by the northeastmost teleporter in the Dark Zone. And it's right outside of that. There's some more elite villains. But so there is actually another elite villain just up ahead of here. I don't think that it justifies the time running back and forth, because as soon as you get to this point, the Elite Troll Warriors are already spawned. But there's actually an Ultron Destroyer who's also an elite villain who kind of looks like an Ultron bot from the waist up, but looks like, and you can actually see it off to the right in this footage. So I think I am going to take it out right here. Yeah, that thing that was off to the right, that is the Ultron Destroyer. So I didn't attack it, but that thing is also an elite villain. So again, they won't always have elite in the name, but if you notice them being a little bit sturdier and a little bit bigger, that's an elite. But so right up ahead, this is the other really good spot. That Troll Giant is also an elite villain. And as you can see, there's another Troll Giant, pretty hard to miss, right there. So those are the 2 elites, which is why I like this spot. And then as soon as I'm done taking out these Troll Giants, you'll see I can immediately turn, and there's a really nice clump off to the right. I think I was just getting my bearings on this spot. There it is. But yeah, so that's a pretty healthy group here. And if you can get them all to clump up, which is what I'm trying to do here, fire off that Trap Deluge and take a bunch of them out. So that was a little sloppy in that I didn't get enough of them and I had to fire off more abilities. But yeah, there's like 7 or 8 regular villains right there as well. So that'll make leveling up much quicker. But all right, so I wanted to rush this video out because a lot of people have been asking me what was the fastest way to level, where was I farming, how was I doing it exactly. So I wanted to get some footage of it and put it out there to try to help you guys. So thank you guys very much for checking out this video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you found an even more effective method, definitely share that with everyone. But otherwise, yeah, I pretty much covered everything I wanted to cover in this video, so I will wrap up. So help me out and like, subscribe, leave a comment, appease the algorithm gods, and I hope this helps you guys, and I will see you guys real soon. Until next time.